everybody. My name is Danye. I am your host, and I am your resource for fitness, food, and travel. And I'm like grinning from ear to ear right now because this is the first live video I've done on YouTube from my phone ever. And right before you take they have you take a thumbnail photo, and they give you like 2 seconds to take it. And so I feel like I was mid smile to take it. Anyway, the point of this video, I want to talk to you guys about the Disney dining plan, the different kinds of dining plans that there are to offer, and whether you should think about using it or not. So I'm just gonna be real and raw and tell you what's on my mind. And at the end, I'm gonna tell you about my Healthy Disney ebook that is coming out in about a week and a half. And I'm so pumped. I'm actually really nervous, slightly terrified, because it's the first ebook or book at all that I've ever written. And it's like my baby, because I don't have children other than fur babies. So that's what this is gonna be about. Okay, the Disney dining plan. It's actually like really great. I did not think it was gonna be so awesome, but it is a way in my mind to relieve stress when you're at Disney World. Like, there are so many things that you have to think about and pay for and buy, and to purchase the Disney dining plan, whichever one you might get ahead of time, I really feel like that just takes a load off when it comes to eating at restaurants. You don't have to look at the prices, you don't have to think about it. You can if you want to. You can kind of validate whether something is worth, choosing for a Disney dining plan credit or not, but I really just overall think it makes things simple. It simplifies, and that's what we're looking for. We're looking for things in our life that are time-saving and simplifies the choices that we have to make. We make so many choices every day. The last thing I want to do when I get to my vacation is have to make another decision, right? And I already have to make a decision by choosing something on the menu. Like, there's always way too many choices on those menus. So let's break it down. There's 3 different types of dining plans for Disney use. You can use the quick service dining plan, you can use the regular Disney dining plan, or you can use the deluxe Disney dining plan. So all of these are going to include a couple of things, but there's a little variation with each of them. I'm not going to go over a ton of prices here because I don't know the bulk prices off the top of my head, but I'll give you some pricing info. So the quick service is going to give you 2 quick service credits per day, 2 snack credits per day, and then you'll get a Disney dining plan refillable resort mug that can be used in whatever resort you stay in or at some very limited spaces within different parks. Now, the regular dining plan gives you 1 quick service credit per day, 1 table service credit per day, and then 2 snack credits per day, and the refillable mug as well. And then the deluxe dining plan gives you the 2 snack credits per day, the refillable resort mug, and then you get 3 meal options. And out of those 3 meal options, they can either be 3 quick service, 3 table service, any combination. So those are the basics of your 3 different Disney dining plan options. Now, I have only used the regular dining plan, and as many times as I've been to Disney, I've been 3 times this year in 2018, and my last trip I did use the Disney dining plan. I thought it was great. I thought it was awesome. I did keep in mind the value of each of those types of meals, and I tried to get things for the most part that were of that value of the credit or greater to make sure I got the most value for those options. And then I would just pay out of pocket for anything that was a little bit lesser value, or if I just wanted to get more food than what was on my plan. So what are the values of these different types of credits? Well, a snack credit is technically valued at $5. So if you're looking at different snacks throughout the park and they have the little Disney dining plan logo next to them, then if it's more $5 or more, then it's technically worth the value of the credit. And if it's $5 or less than $5, then that's chicken in the oven. If it's less than $5, then maybe it's not worth using a snack credit for, and you would prefer to just pay out of pocket. But I definitely had some items that were less than $5, but totally worth spending a credit on. I mean, they were just fabulous. I would have spent twice as much on them just because they were so good, and I was there for the Disney Food and Wine Festival at Epcot, and it was fantastic. And then there were some things that I definitely didn't think were worth it, so really it probably evens out in the end. Now, a quick service meal, which generally includes an entree and a drink or a dessert, that's usually about, I think it's $24. And then a table service meal is worth $45, or a table service credit is worth $45, and that will get you an entree, sometimes an entree, a drink, a dessert, and so a drink, a dessert, your entree, but sometimes you can, instead of the dessert, substitute for a specific appetizer. So sometimes they have like a specific salad or soup that you can switch out for the dessert. If you're really, really nice, then sometimes they'll let you switch out the drink, because you're allowed to get alcoholic beverages. So sometimes it's worth it for a restaurant to allow you to get one of those appetizers like a soup or a salad instead of the drink, but most of the time their computer systems don't let you do that. So I had no problem getting my money's worth, and I really tried hard not to think of it as getting my money's worth, more as getting what I felt like was a really solid meal and enough healthy foods. So I really think the Disney dining plan is worth it. I'm excited to try some more versions. I haven't used the quick service Disney dining plan yet, and I have not used the deluxe Disney dining plan yet. Really, I do feel like I got way aplenty food, even if I hadn't purchased extra snacks or things, or bought some things a la carte, or brought in some of my own snacks. I think there was plenty of food for me on the regular Disney dining plan, and I do think it would be worth it in some different aspects to get the deluxe Disney dining plan, especially if you're trying to go to some of those signature restaurants that are worth 2 table service credits. Then you're gonna want those 3 meal credits to use per day, because you might wanna go to 1 quick service and then 1 signature restaurant, where you're gonna need those 2 table service credits for that meal instead of just the 1. So that is a brief overview of the 3 different types of Disney dining plans that you can choose from if you decide to use one. I would totally recommend using it. Do I think there are ways that you cannot use the Disney dining plan and spend less money? Yes, absolutely. But I think it was definitely a stress relief and a time saver for me to use the Disney dining plan, pay for it ahead of time, and then not have to worry about how much things were and kind of adding things up at restaurant to stay on top of budget. My budget was already factored in together. So you have to pick and choose and figure out, what's gonna work best for you and your family on your specific trip. But those are my thoughts. And then to cap all this off, my Healthy Disney ebook, I'm so pumped because I wish this was something I had. And of course, so now I have it. So this is a planning guide. This is your ultimate planning guide when it comes to making sure you have your nutrition and your workouts on point when you head to Disney World. So there's a lot of stuff that you just don't know until you go and you're trying to stay on track with a diet or with your nutritional lifestyle, and you just don't know these things until you go. For example, I went twice this year, once while I was dieting for a bodybuilding show, and then once while I was writing this book and really concentrating on the research. And I didn't realize until 2 days before I showed up for my last reservation that the Value Resort Hotel that I was staying in did not have a workout room. So this book has in it a list of all the hotels and all the different types of workout facilities and activities that you can do in each hotel. So things like that are gonna be in there. There's gonna be activities, things that help you from 180 days plus out and up to the week of your trip. So that's gonna be out in the next week and a half. I cannot wait for you to get a hold of it. It'll be available on Amazon for sure in the Kindle format, so the ebook format, and we're hoping to get it up there in a paperback format as well. So I'm really excited. I can't wait. If you're excited, comment down below, let me know. And I would also love to know if you have used the Disney dining plan or not. Please comment down below with your experience. Let everybody else who's watching this video know, is it worth it or is it not? Let everybody know so that we can have the best information to make a good decision on. So that's what I have for you tonight. I love you so much. Happy Thursday evening. The weekend is almost here. If you enjoyed this content, make sure you give it a thumbs up so that I know this is the type of content you want to see. And consider subscribing if you like this information and you want to see more. Again, my name is Danye, and I make new videos every week about fitness, food, and travel specific to Disney. Okay, bye. And now I have to figure out how to stop this.